All right, so for all of my artists out there was a bill that just passed on the 4th. Trump signed it into law, and it's called the Big Beautiful Bill. However, inside of that bill, they have a new bill that just passed called the HITS Act. It is called Helping Independent Tracks Succeed. That's what it's named after. And what it does is it actually lets individual indie music artists who record in the US be able to deduct those fees and everything associated off their taxes. So basically, now you can get your tax liability lower depending on how much you spend in the studio. You have a cap on this, but the cap is very high. They have it for $150,000. So before you would have to have a business to do this, but now they have it for every independent musician. Now the catch is you have to do all your recording and everything inside the United States. However, you know, there's little ways to kind of, make this really work for you, which I'm not going to get into that, but y'all know what I mean, the little loopholes or whatever. However, this is a big step for helping out a lot of independent musicians because now you can get these tax breaks. And then now when you get your refund or whatever, you'll have a little bit extra money to use that for studio time or whatever. So yes, it is signed into law. So you guys now can actually go in, and if you go to a studio session and use any like producer or mastering engineer or any studio, whatever, you say those receipts and you can actually use that for deductions on your taxes. Very dope. Now I'm gonna give credit to Sync Money on IG. They were the first ones to report this. I made a video on this as well, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. But yes, they do have a new bill. It's called the HITS Act. It is real, and you can now use it. So go check it out.